Hey guys, it's Markka here. I'm coming to you with a short workout. This can either be your main event or this can be a nice finisher. All you need for this one is a mat. And if you do need help with burpees or push-ups, either a chair, bench, anything that you can put your hands on basically. Right. We're gonna do a little warm-up first. We're gonna stand with our feet wider than our hips. Then we're going to try and reach for our toes and pop our hips up in the air. Move around here and then bring our butt down and push our knees out. Right? Opening up the hips so we're ready to be ninja-like in the burpees. Move around there and pop your hips back up. We're going to do this 5 times. Bring the hips back down. That's number 2. Hips up. You want to wiggle your legs around a little bit. Bring your hips down, knees out. You can use the elbows to prop them to get that stretch. Back up. And down, hold there for a second. And up. And one more time, bring the hips down. And back up. Next warm-up movement is gonna be lunges, right? So feet hip distance apart. Then we're gonna be stepping back today. So you're gonna step your right foot back long enough so you have space to lunge down. And then stand back up. And now the left leg goes back. Gonna do 5 on each leg, so 10 in total. The whole time. Make sure your knee is still going forward. And on the back leg, toes down, but the heel is up. 2 more on each side. That's it. 10 done. Last one is inchworms. You're gonna stand at the end of your mat. This time, hips directly underneath. No, not hips. Feet directly underneath your hips. With your hands, you're going to walk all the way out as far as you can. Stay for a second and walk yourself back in. Right? Warming up those arms. So, gonna do the same. 5 of these. Walk yourself back in. Make sure that you stand up straight in between each one. When we're walking the hands in and out, try and make sure they're completely straight, alright? So locking them out, spreading your fingers to have a good grip of the floor. And let's do one more. Right, that's one round. We're gonna do one more. If you feel like you need an extra 3rd round, stop after the 2nd round and keep going. So, legs out, grab those toes, lean forwards, try to relax your head, hips down, knees out, and then back up. And down. We can pick up the pace a little bit here, starting to wake up the body. Two more of these. And One more. Hips down. Push the knees up, push the knees up. And then hips up and relax. Come to the front of your mat. Feet underneath the hips, and then we're stepping backwards. Long steps. Try to bring the knee down close to the floor. If you do touch the floor, make sure that you're not relaxing on there, right? You're just tapping the knee gently as if it's a little thin layer of ice and you don't want to break it. When you get 5 on each side, we're then going to move on to inchworms again. Same thing. If you can, try and challenge yourself a little bit this time. Try to walk your hands a little bit further, just all the way as close to the floor as you can, right? Let's go. Spread the fingers as far as you can, as far as you can. And walk yourself back in. It's 1. I'm gonna get 5 of these again. Try to think about squeezing your core nice and tight. Pushing the floor away. Stand up straight. Stand up. And 2 more, guys, and then we can start getting sweaty. Last inchworm. Let's make it as long as possible. Bring that chest down towards the floor, hold it, and then let's bring it back. Right. If you feel like you need a little bit more warming up, pause the video, do 1 more round, 5 froggies, 5 lunges per leg, 5 inchworms, and then tune back in when you're ready to roll. For today's workout, we have 4 movements, which is 2 pairs, right? So, the workout itself is going to be 60 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. In your 60 seconds, you have 2 different movements. For the first and all the odd rounds, we're going to do burpees and squats, right? Because my favorite number is 7, that's what we're going to use today. So in your 60 seconds, you're going to get me 7 burpees, and then you're going to do squats for the rest of the minute, all right? If you want to keep score of how fast you were, count the number of the squats you did, right? Burpees, we have a few options. You can either jump out or walk out your burpee. We're going to be standing our feet a little bit wider than our hips. And then our hands are going to come to the floor in front of us. Our legs are going to pull back. And then we're going to bring ourselves onto the floor. And back up, jumping the feet underneath our hips again, okay? I want to see the heels on the ground, so we don't want to be on our toes too much, all right? I'll do that again, but this time I will step out, bring myself to the floor, and then step back in, stand up. Alright, show that real fast for you. Hands down, onto the floor, jump back in, jump up, alright? If you notice what my hands are doing, they're next to my chest, okay? We don't want them in front of our shoulders, we don't want them too far down, we want them close to our chest, right? If you find that hard, bring your hands into a raised surface. That will make it a little bit easier. And you're just gonna drop the going to the ground part, right? So if going to the ground and doing a full burpee is too much, we're gonna pop our hands onto a bench, step out, step back in, stand up straight, right? Easy. The higher the bench, the easier it's gonna be, right? Try around, pick a version that works for you, but you want to be moving fast on these, all right? So you wanna get those 7 done under 40 seconds, so at least have 20 seconds to do your air squats, okay? For the squats, all I want to see is your feet wider than your hips, your toes pointing outwards, and your knees are going to follow those toes. I want you to try keep your chest open, eyes looking forward, and then we're gonna sit down, stand back up straight, okay? From the side, what I want to see is your hips hitting below parallel, which means they're probably gonna go below your knees, all right? This is where we want to be at, and then we want to stand up all the way straight. So none of these little bouncies. We'll leave that for another workout. Today we're going all the way down, all the way back up straight, right? Then, for the second minute, we have two other movements, and those are push-ups and mountain climbers, all right? For the push-ups, same thing, we have a few options. You can go a full push-up, like so, making sure everything comes down together. If this is too hard, we're popping the knees on the floor. Same thing, chest to the floor, back up. When we're doing push-ups with our hands, we want them to be next to our chest. So if you're not sure what to do, lie on the ground, pretend you're an airplane, slide those hands in, that's where you want them. Then, index finger is pointing forward or a little bit out, depending on your preference. But try to avoid having your fingers pointing in, right? Index finger to 12 o'clock, right? If you want to do the knee version, bring yourself back up. Try that as well. Try and find a version that works for you. What you can always do is to do, for example, 2 of your toes and then 5 of your knees, all right? That's absolutely fine. If that's still too hard, bring yourself a box. Hands go on the box. Other than that, exactly the same. Chest comes between the hands and back up. Number here is the same as on the burpees, 7. Then, when you've done your 7 push-ups, for the rest of the minute, you're going to be doing mountain climbers. Hands underneath your shoulders, arms locked out straight, pushing away from the floor, so don't let yourself slouch here. Whoop! Push yourself off, and then we have 2 different options. You can go nice and slow, bringing the knees forward, or you can be a speedy one, and literally, you're not climbing up the hill, you're mountain running, alright? And that's what you're gonna do for the rest of the minute there, alright? I'm gonna recap one more time. Set up your stations. I'm gonna be the timer for you, so don't worry about the timing. You just make sure that you have space around you, and you know which variations you're gonna be doing. So, 10 rounds, odd rounds. We're gonna be doing 7 burpees, as many squats as you can until the clock goes off. Then you have 30 seconds off, and on the even minutes, we're gonna do 7 push-ups and as many mountain climbers as you can, all right? What I want you to do is on the first round, just take it easy, see how it feels, and then start amping it up, all right? So that we don't end up dying on the second round. We wanna be smashing it all the way till the end. So start off easy. After the first round, you know how it's gonna feel like, and then you can start bringing the pace up, all right? Set up your benches, set up your mat, grab a sip of water before we start, and I'm gonna set up the clock, put this one away, and then we're gonna start. Right, if you're not ready, pop yourself on a little pause and then join in. If you're ready, get yourself set. I'm gonna start the clock, and it's gonna beep for us and remind us to work. Right, 10 seconds. Get yourself ready. We're starting with 7 burpees. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Try and get through these as fast as you can. Make sure you're coming all the way to the floor. Feet in, straight up. Number 4. Make sure you extend your hips at the top. Have one more. That's you 30 seconds in. Now for the next 30 seconds, you're gonna get me as many air squats as you can. Make sure you're Weight stays on the heels. Push those hips back. Keep your eyes looking forward, chest open, and just keep moving. Whew, not much left, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, easy. Relax, shake your legs out a little bit. If you need to, grab a sip of water. But the rest period is quite short, so just try to keep moving. Bring your heart rate down a little bit. Right, next one, 7 push-ups and as many mountain climbers as you can. Get started on your toes if you need to. Let's go. Into that push-up. Push-ups done, into the mountain climbers. Try to think about pushing the floor away. Now letting your shoulders slouch. If you need to, slow down the legs. You want to keep moving. If the mountain climbers are getting too much, just hold your plank. You have another 20 seconds. And then you can rest, right? Keep your elbows locked out, shoulders on top of the wrists. 10 seconds. And relax. Nice one, that's burning on the shoulders, eh? Bring yourself back up. Let's not stay on the floor for too long. Walk around. Try to relax your body. Back onto the burpees next. You have 5 seconds. 7 burpees, as many squats as you can. And let's go. When you come up the burpee, think about popping your hips up high, pulling the legs underneath you. Once you're done with 7 burpees, turn around, get your squats in. Same thing as on the previous round. Knees out, hips back. Try and keep your weight on your heels. Try and keep your chest open, eyes up. Don't have much left, just 10 seconds. Don't stop yet, keep it moving. 3, 2, 1, relax. Starting to catch up. Next one, push-ups and mountain climbers. If you feel like 7 push-ups is too much, do 5. You can also break it down. Do 3, 2, and 2 with a slight rest in between, and then go for it on the mountain climbers, all right? We have 5 seconds. And let's go. Make sure that your hips and shoulders are moving together. So there's no piking on the hips. Think about squeezing your butt cheeks together. When you hit your 7 push-ups, we're going to the mountain climbers. Same thing. Abs nice and tight. Pushing the floor away. Make sure that you're not sliding backwards. That often happens. Try and keep those shoulders on top of the wrists. And just keep moving. You have 20 seconds to go. Not much left. Keep the elbows straight. No slouching yet. 10 seconds. You got this. I know it's burning. Keep going. 5, 3, 2, 1. Easy. Ooh. 2 rounds of each done. Almost halfway. Shake your arms out. shake your legs out. If you need to, you have 20 seconds. Have a sip of water. That's what I'm gonna do. Ten seconds, guys. Back to the burpees in 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's try and hit them as fast as we can so we can squeeze a lot of those squats in. Get to your 7. Straight into squats. No hesitation. Legs out. And let's go. 30 seconds. Make sure that even when you start getting tired, you're making sure that the hips break that parallel and we're going low enough. And then extend at the top. Almost there. 10 seconds. Keep going. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Easy. That's officially halfway. Getting there. You got 20 seconds. And then we go into push-ups. Ten seconds. Start getting ready. Go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Make sure that each push-up is as pretty. Try to avoid letting your shoulders creep up to your ears, okay? When you're done with the push-ups, back on the mountain climbers, alright? Hands underneath the shoulders, and then you can decide what pace you're gonna go at. If you're climbing, or if you're a runner, just gonna go for it. Nice and speedy. Make sure that you keep your shoulders on top of the wrist. Let's not slide back. 20 seconds. 10. Keep it going, keep it going. Nice one. 6 minutes done. 4 to go. Catch your breath, a sip of water if you have to. Next 2 rounds. So your last 2 rounds, you know how it feels. If you can, pick up the pace. Make the burpee jump higher, all right? Clap above your head. Right, let's go. 7 burpees. One more. 7. Into the squat. Let's go. 30 seconds left. Let's keep moving. Avoid creeping up to your toes. Think about spreading the feet apart, okay? Spreading the floor. Yeah? Imagine you have kitchen tiles. You're trying to whoop them apart. 5 more seconds. And relax. Almost there. Next one is push-ups. If you're starting to get tired, don't be afraid to go on your knees, alright? That's absolutely fine. If that makes them pretty, if that makes you rigid in the middle, and you can move through the push-ups really nicely, don't hesitate. Go on your knees. You have 3 seconds. Get ready. Let's go. 7 push-ups. If you have to, get 3 in. A little break. Get the next 2. Another break. 2 more, you got this. Head those 7. And then when you're ready, mountain climbers onto the straight arms, and let's run up that hill. Second to last round. Pick up the pace. Let's do as many as we can. 25 seconds. Keep going. "15 seconds. Almost there. And that's 5. Last 2 rounds and then we're done. I don't know about you, but I'm roasting. Even though I have aircon on, nope, feels like I'm in Bali or something. Whew. Right guys, last 2 full minutes of work. We got this, we're gonna go fast. Right, going in 5. Get us ready for those burpees. Last 7, let's go. Make them the highest burpees you've ever done. Remember, this is the last round. Keep it up, keep it up. High jump. Whoopa. Last 35 seconds. Let's squat. All the way down, all the way up. Extension. Hips below parallel. Make sure I can see those both. 20 seconds. Keep squatting. Keep breathing. Let's go, guys. 10 seconds. Can you maybe pick up the pace a little bit? Just a little bit. Whew. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Whew. Last minute. Last push-ups. Let's go big or go home. If you can, give me, even if it's just one push-up off your toes. You got this, guys. 10 seconds. Start getting yourself ready. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last 7 push-ups. Even if it's just 3 at a time. And then breathe. 2, 1. Bring yourself back in. If you're taking a break, it's just a tiny one. Nice one. Almost there. As soon as you've done your 7, move on to your mountain climbers. Hands underneath your shoulders. Push the floor away. And then start out slow if you're not sure. I'm going to give you a 15-second end timing, and you're going to go as fast as you can for the last 15 seconds. Climb to the top of the hill, alright? If you can, last 15 seconds, start now. Let's go as fast as you can. Bring those knees high. Let's go, keep the hips up. No dropping yet. You got this, team. 5, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Whew. That's us done for today. Catch your breath. Move around. When you're ready, stretch. Have something to eat in the next hour or so. Maybe it's just a little banana. You've earned a cup of tea. I'll see you next time.